Okay, I'm going to try something new today. I'm going to do something where I'm going to do a little series of.
And it was
I'm going to do a video series right now of people I've actually met, and when I say met, talked to them or something. I'm not going to be like Samuel L. Jackson, where I just happened to pass by him in the airport. That doesn't count. I would have to have actually, let's say, talked to him, shook his hand, you know, and that.
I've kept it ever since. It's a switchblade.
This guy is not it.
And part of it has fallen apart, but it's interesting to keep. I remember looking at his eyes, and he looked as if he were full of purpose, that he had something that he wanted to do, and he was looking forward to this new life in Canada.
This is Sergei Kurdakov. In September 1971, this former Russian naval officer made an Olympian swim to freedom after jumping ship off the coasts of the U.S. and Canada and fought a cold, raging sea for 10 hours before reaching land and safety.
I wasn't a believer for anybody. I was a believer to myself and my muscles. But when I was in the water about 2 hours, I started to think I'm going to die. And I start praying to God, because I start worrying about my soul and about myself. And God helped me. He gave me power.
I met this guy in October of 1972. I was just a kid in those days. I actually met him before his book came out, and he told me, and I actually talked to him face to face, shook his hand, the whole thing. By the way, his tooth looks great in the video, although in real life it was very, very silver. This guy was like the strongest man I've ever met. And I've actually met one of the Mr. Colorados from, I guess one of the years was 1980 or 81 or something like that. This guy was very tall, very strong from the inside out, and I always thought at the time, if they ever made a movie about him, they should use Arnold Schwarzenegger to play him. But anyway, he died just a few months after I met him, but I actually got to meet him for no particular reason. Okay, so it was... Anyway, this is, I guess, one of the best people I've ever met, quite frankly. But his name is Sergei Kurdakov. And anyway, he talked about his story quite a bit, and I got to hear it from him directly. Yeah, it was very moving about his life. He answered questions, talked about a lot of things. Obviously, he was talking to other people besides me, but yeah, I got to meet him and everything. I did get his autograph, though I did lose it. Okay, I'm going to talk about another guy I met. Let's see if I can...
Area. One with a machine gun. He was looking down at my gas mask, studying my equipment. He was only 30 yards at the most, and I thought, boy, here's another machine gunner. I'm going to get him. And I had his head in my sight. I couldn't have missed. Something just wouldn't let me pull the trigger. Something just said, don't do it, don't do it. And I didn't pull the trigger. All of them went by us, but that guy with that machine gun, he was just scanning the ditch real close and saw my tracks in there, crawling around in there. So he looked, there he saw us. He said, Hans up, but they all come storming around us with their rifles, snorting and hollering.
So I met this guy in 1973, actually. And then later on, he came to what was a pre-commissioning ceremony that some people threw for me. And he came in his dress blues and his Medal of Honor. And I was very flattered that the guy would dress up for me. I did not wear a uniform because at the time I was not in the Army. It was a pre-commissioning party. Had some Vietnam veterans there and Bill Crawford. Matter of fact, Bill Crawford and I lived in the same town because I had moved to that town later on. But, I just felt very flattered that the guy would dress up for me. And I felt very honored that I gave a guy a reason to dress up. But I knew Bill. Unfortunately, he's passed away, but he was, believe it or not, a janitor at the Air Force Academy. Most people did not know that, but he was retired from the Army. and he was awarded the Medal of Honor, and I actually got to see it. Later on, he got another one because the one that he had was given to his dad because he was a POW and presumed dead. But anyway, there was a yearbook that came with it and had some dinners, and it showed me a lot of things. And when I asked him, what had happened, he just handed me the citation. Okay, so anyway, he was a very giving man, and he got a lot of satisfaction out of helping others. I say he did more for other people than he did for himself, and he did so because that's what he really enjoyed and gave him fulfillment. Okay, let's talk about another guy I met. No, not Michael J. Fox.
You're in my chair.
There he is, Woody Harrelson. Yeah. Now, he's still with us, of course. He's a little taller than I am. Likeable guy, laughs at jokes, stuff like that. So how would I prove that I met Woody Harrelson? Well, you'd have to talk to Woody, and he'll probably connect the dots and vouch for me. Yeah. He said, hey, too bad I'm not Brad Pitt. I said, no, dude, you're all right. I have never met Brad Pitt, and that's okay. Woody's okay. I've met him actually 3 times. I always had a good sense of humor and stuff like that, and, told some jokes and things like that, and that was okay. Nice guy, really like him, and I'll watch a movie. If it says Woody Harrelson, I'm going to watch the movie because of him. Okay, let's talk about another guy. Not him.
Well, did you know that playing cards with Kenny Rogers gets old pretty fast?
You got to know when to hold up. Know when
There he
to
is.
hold up.
No.
Know when to walk away.
No.
Know when to
Yeah,
run.
Kenny Rogers.
You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. What? You get it?
I get the gist, yeah.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car.
And believe it or not, we sang that same song together. And according to Kenny Rogers, that's one of his favorites. I really liked him, got along with him very well. And it was, I met him just a little bit before he passed away, probably about 3 or 4 years earlier. But anyway, met some great people. Doesn't mean I'm great, but I will say that they make life a lot nicer, a lot better, and sad to see his passing. And I thought I'd try a new type of video for a change instead of these frauditors. Let's look at some people that are worth meeting, and I'm sure if you run into them, Woody Harrelson's great. And we'll miss the others. Okay. Anyway, thought I'd try a new twist to doing a video.